चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। अन्याभिलाषिता शून्यं ज्ञानकर्माणुनावृतम् अनुकूलेन कृष्णानुशीलनं भक्तिरुत्तमम्। तवेवास्मि नाजीवामि त्वया विना इति विज्ञाय राधिकेयं न च मां शरणान्तिकम्। श्याम सुंदर सिकंद शेखर स्मरहास्य मुरली मनोहर राधिका रसिक माम कृपा निधे सदेवी चरण किंकिरम गुरु। तव कथामृतम तप्त जीवनम कविभिरीडितम् कल्मषापहम् श्रवणमङ्गलम् श्रीमदाततम् भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जना। श्रीनंद नंदना यशोदा जीवना हे श्री दामोदर हे श्री माधवा। हरे कृष्णा। तो ये जो मौसम है बहुत ही अद्भुत होता है। एक बार होल्ड करना। ये जो दिन होते हैं ये कार्तिक के आने से पहले के जो दिन होते हैं, नॉर्मली कार्तिक अक्टूबर में शुरू हो जाता है। तो इन दिनों में हृदय में एक अलग ही तरीके की फुहार होती है, एक तरीके से अलग तरीके का हृदय में एक चंचलता होती है, हृदय में एक अलग ही तरीके की क्या कहते हैं उसे, मतलब एक एक मतलब अलग ही तरीके की भाव होता है। एक इस टाइम पे और एक गौर पूर्णिमा के टाइम पे। गौर पूर्णिमा के टाइम पे होली का मौसम होता है, ये दिवाली का मौसम होता है, दिवाली का टाइम होता है ये। हमारे लिए तो रामलीला का टाइम होता है। विनीत प्रभु हमारे बचपन की बड़ी यादें हैं रामलीला की। तो अगर हम देखें तो कार्तिक का महीना इसलिए भी स्पेशल है कि भगवान कृष्ण की ज्यादातर जो इम्पोर्टेंट लीलाएं हुई हैं वो कार्तिक के महीने में ही हुई है ना। जैसे कि सबसे पहले तो जो हम जानते हैं रासलीला, ठीक है, वो भगवान की कहाँ हुई है? कार्तिक के महीने में। उसके बाद बहुलाष्मी आती है। बहुला देवी का जो है, यू नो, भगवान ने जो मारा था उसको, क्या नाम है, व्योमासुर को, जो भी कार्तिक के महीने में मारा था, ठीक है। और उसके अलावा जो हम देखते हैं कि भगवान ने गोवर्धन पहले दामोदर लीला, तो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट लीला है हम भक्तों के लिए वो भगवान ने इसी महीने की थी, है ना। और अगर हम लोग देखें तो गोवर्धन लीला वो भी इसी महीने हुई थी। दिवाली के अगले दिन भगवान कृष्ण ने फिर भाई दूज वगैरह भी करके दिखाया था, यू नो। उसके अलावा भगवान ने भगवान जो राधा रानी गोपा वेश धारण करके जाती हैं, हाँ, सुबह सखा बन के गोपा अष्टमी, भगवान ने गोचारण लीला भी कार्तिक में शुरू की थी। और भगवान का नाम जो है सबसे ज्यादा जो प्रिय नेम है भगवान को गोविंद है। तो गोविंद भी हम देख सकते हैं, है ना। इसी महीने में कृष्णा ने शंकासुर को मारा था, और उसके उसका जूल था वो निकाल लिया था, ठीक है। और इसी महीने में कृष्ण ने अरिष्टासुर को भी मारा था। इसी महीने में भगवान ने व्योमासुर को, केशी राक्षस को भी मारा था। भगवान कृष्ण का और बलराम जी का उपनयन संस्कार भी इसी महीने में हुआ था, ठीक है। तो ऐसे बहुत सारी चीजें हैं। गर्गाचार्य आए थे तो गोचारण लीला जो थी वो भी इसी महीने शुरू हुई, जैसे बताया मैंने। तो कार्तिक का जो महीना है ना वो बहुत ही ऑस्पिशियस महीना है, क्योंकि जैसे कहते हैं ना, हर एक कदम वृंदावन के अंदर जो है वो किसके समान है, अश्वमेध यज्ञ के समान है। उसी तरीके से कार्तिक मास का हर एक दिन जो है वो त्योहार है। धनतेरस भी कार्तिक के महीने में ही आता है, जिसमें धन्वंतरी की पूजा की जाती है। मतलब एक अलग ही तरीके का एक माहौल है, अलग ही तरीके का एक पूरा के पूरा एनवायरनमेंट है, विच इज वेरी ऑस्पिशियस एंड वेरी लविंग एंड वेरी अट्रैक्टिव। और उसके अंदर हम लोग गोपी गीत के ऊपर चर्चा कर रहे हैं। क्या सौभाग्य है हम लोगों का। अच्छा, कार्तिक शुरू नहीं हुआ लेकिन कार्तिक फीवर तो चढ़ना शुरू हो गया हम पे, ठीक है। वृंदावन में ऑलरेडी सारे के सारे होटल्स वगैरह बुक हो गए हैं। सारे एरियाज जो है वो भर गए हैं। बहुत सारे मंदिरों का रिनोवेशन हो चुका है, और बहुत सारे मंदिर जो है वो वेट कर रहे हैं कि कार्तिक के महीने भक्त लोग आएंगे और उनके मंदिरों को रिनोवेट करेंगे। और बहुत सारे डिवोटीज हैं जो वेट कर रहे हैं कि कार्तिक का महीना आएगा तो दे विल बी एबल टू जो है मेक देयर लिविंग, चाहे वो रिक्शा चलाकर हो, चाहे वो होटल चलाकर हो, चाहे वो कैटर का काम करके हो। तो इट्स अ वेरी यूनिक एंड वेरी वेरी अमेजिंग एक्सपीरियंस फॉर लाइफ टाइम। वी वर रीडिंग यस्टरडे अबाउट द गोपी गीत। तो हम लोग जो कल पढ़ रहे थे, हम लोग पढ़ रहे थे किस तरीके से कृष्णा जो है वो देख रहे हैं कि गोपियों के साथ रासलीला करते करते राधा रानी जो है, जब उन्होंने देखा तो देखा सब जो कृष्ण थे वो हर एक गोपी के साथ थे। लेकिन जब गोपियां देख रही थी, दे कुड सी कि कृष्णा वाज ओनली विद देम। तो ये भी एक भाव है। उसमें क्या हुआ कि इन दिस स्टेट, उसको दोबारा से पढ़ेंगे, तो व्हेन अ हीरो नायक इज कंट्रोल्ड बाय अ हीरोइन, द हीरोइन थिंक्स हरसेल्फ टू बी द मोस्ट फॉर्चुनेट बिलोवेड। दिस इज फॉर्च्यून is called Saubhagya, and it evolves, it brings her to Saubhagya Mad. Generally, Mad means intoxication through drinking, but Saubhagya Mad means intoxication from the pride of thinking. In all of Braj, there is no one equal to me in good fortune. In this state, the gopis became so proud that if they had been aware of Krishna's dancing with other gopis, they would have developed man. Then in that angry and sulky mood, they would have been completely unable to continue participating in Rasa Leela with the other gopis. So instead, each gopi was convinced that she had Krishna fully under her control, that he was captivated and controlled by her and obedient to her every command. Krishna understood this and considered, I have decided to sport with all the gopis and sport with all the gopis and fulfill all their most cherished desire, but there is no hope of that happening unless they change their mood. Some of their pride must be removed. Then he saw that Radhika was no longer there in Rasalila. In her man, she had abruptly left that place and was going elsewhere. Then suddenly Krishna also disappeared and all the gopis began their search for him. लेकिन विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर पाद जो है वो कहते हैं कृष्णा डिड नॉट, कुछ कहते हैं कि कृष्णा बिकेम इनविजिबल, बट श्रीला विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर पाद कहते हैं that he did not, rather he went to nearby kunj and hid there. There were four kinds of gopis present in Rasa Leela on the bank of Yamuna. Swapaksha, those in Radhika's own group, those in the rival group of Chandravali, that is Vipaksha, and the Survipaksha. ये वर्ड याद कर रखना, क्या नाम है तुम्हारा कमल, write it down. Survipaksha, those who are friendly towards Radhika, and Tathastha, those who are neutral to her party. Actually, Swapaksha can refer to either Radhika's group or Chandravali group. For those in Radhika's group, Chandravali is Vipaksha. And for those in Chandravali's group, Radhika is Vipaksha. So Shyamala is friendly towards Radhika, which means she is neutral to Chandravali. Bhadra, on the other hand, is friendly towards Chandravali and neutral to Radha. So within these four main group of gopis, there were hundred upon hundreds of sub-categories and all were searching for Krishna. The gopi in Radha's group could not see their Yuteshwari. Shri Radha, so they were searching for her as well, for Krishna. All the other gopis were searching only for Krishna. So, in the four main group of gopis, there were hundreds upon hundreds of sub-categories and all were searching for Krishna. The gopis in Radha's group could not see their Yuteshwari, Radharani, so they were searching for her as well as for Krishna. For all the gopis, they were searching for Krishna. Sri Bhagavatam Canto, chapter 30, he described the gopis' search for Krishna and how they all became Tadatmika with him. This means they became so absorbed in remembering his characteristics, such as the way he walked and how sweetly he talked, that they began to think that they themselves were him. The gopis became like mad person, asking the trees, creepers, rivers, deer and peacocks if they had seen Krishna. They asked the Tulsi plant, but the Tulsi did not respond. The gopis thought, oh, Krishna has warned her not to tell us where he is, and because she is his beloved, she refused to utter a word. They asked the trees, but when they did not reply, the gopis thought, these trees are male, and therefore they are Krishna's friends. He has no doubt told them not to tell us where he is. This is why they are remaining silent. When the gopis saw the creepers laden with flowers, they thought Krishna has touched these beautiful creepers with his fingers. And now they are so happy that they have no awareness of anything external. They cannot speak because they have taken leave of their external senses altogether. At first, the gopis concluded that Krishna was not to be found anywhere and that he would not return to them. They were somewhat consoled. However, when they finally noted his footprints, they followed his footprints for some distance until to their surprise, they saw another set of footprints. The Vipaksha gopis were trying to guess those footprints these were, whose footprints these were. They could see the second set of footprints belonged to some gopi. They guessed that this gopi must have worshipped Krishna, worshipped God, The result she had become so dear to Krishna that he took her with him and left the Rajastans. They did not think that a good fortune was the result of her worshipping Krishna. By worshipping God, that they spoke the following word. Anyaradito nunam Bhagwan Hari Ishwara Yanno Vihaya Govinda Prito Yamanya Yadraha. Suddenly, this particular Gopi has perfectly worshipped the all-powerful personality of Godhead, since he was so pleased with her that Govinda abandoned the rest of us, brought her to a secluded place. When Srimati Radhika Supaksha Gopi saw those footprints, they immediately recognized them. Oh, they belong to our Swamini. As they were accused of serving her, they were accustomed to serving her lotus feet and knew the symbol of them. Therefore, seeing her footprints next to Krishna's overwhelmed those gopis with joy. After tracing the footprints a short distance, the gopis now saw only one set of footprints instead of two. They could not see the footprint of the gopi. They could only see the footprints of Krishna, which were now an inch deeper in the earth. They assumed that Krishna and this beloved gopi reached this spot. She had become tired and told him, I cannot walk any further. He therefore took her up in his arms and carried her. Further on, the gopis noticed that in one spot, the upper part of the creepers were laden with blossom, but the lower part had far less, some having been scattered on the ground. From this, they guessed that Krishna had seated his beloved in that place and decorated her with flowers. As the gopis proceed further, they beheld that very gopi alone and completely unconscious of her surrounding. She was rolling on the ground, bitterly weeping. Hanath Raman Prishta, Kwasi Kwasi Mahabhuja, Dasyaste Kripanaya Me, Sakhe Rashaya Sannidhim. Oh, Master, oh, lover, oh, dear most, where are you? Where are you? Please, Almighty Arm One, oh, friend, show yourself to me, your poor servant. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Madhavendra Puri used to repeat this verse, and as they did so, their heart full of bhav, tear would pour forth from their eyes. All of the gopis, Supaksha, Surda, Tathastha, and Vipaksha then approached Srimati Radhika and expressed their sympathy for her, for it is the natural of a woman to feel compassion for someone weeping. Although Chandravali generally feels very envy towards Radhika, when she saw Radhika weeping and rolling on the ground, suffering more than all other gopis, even her heart softened. Another reason Chandravali felt sympathy for Radhika is that she is Radhika's sister. Actually, they are cousin sisters, as their father, Chandravanu, and Vishabhanu are brothers. Srimati Radhika and Chandravali love each other, but there is also some rivalry between them. Chandravali is a little older than Radhika, but Radhika is more beautiful and disqualified in every way. Upon seeing Krishna dancing with all the other gopis and at the same time dancing with her, Radhika had felt the rasa dance in a sulky mood. Man. Yet, when she was alone with Krishna in the forest, she wanted those gopis to be with Krishna and her. This is an explanation of Vyabhachari Bhav, Vyabhachari Bhav, in which man and other bhavs rise up and subside and sometimes combine with each other. This is likened to one wave rising up and overthinking, overtaking another wave, thus causing the water from both waves to merge. After the same process is repeated and new waves appear. This is similar to the wave in which Radhika's man disappeared due to her being immersed in Krishna's loving dealing with her. She then thought that all her Supaksha gopis should come together. But since all the gopis were searching together, they all came. Today, there's a friend of mine, very close friend of mine. His name is uh, Lal from America. He sometimes questioned me like very intensely, and sometimes his questions are very challenging. He doesn't want to challenge me. He's a very Rasik Vaishnava. But the way he asks sometimes becomes so nice that you feel that wow, at least somebody is thinking like that. So his question was very nice. What did he say? What did he ask? So, Lal, in my phone. He said, Bhai, can you tell me how someone can feel such pleasure and ecstasy in the mood of separation? Is it because in that state your mind is the most fixed of the beloved? It's almost as if you're going mad, that your love in separation is so high that you are basically losing consciousness of anything outwardly and can look like a madman. But internally, all you're doing is just meditating on the Lord. When I heard it, I was very happy. So I gave him the answer. Well, I'm being very honest with you. Can you hear the answer? Hello, can you hear the recording?
Yes, 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 yes.
I don't know how people can feel pleasure in separation. Pleasure in separation is actually simply means that when you are feeling separation, your intensity to get the love of God is increasing. And when you get the Lord, then it's very joyous and very joyful. Very small example, Srila Prabhupada, he's starting his kirtan as Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. When we listen to this kirtan, sometimes we have tears in our eyes. We are so much overwhelmed, isn't it? But at the end of his kirtan, the tune goes like Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So actually the Guru in the Nitya Swarup, in his mind, first feeling separation from the Lord, and when the Lord is appearing, he's feeling so much of joyful. And that's what you can see in the Kirtan of Srila Prabhupada, most of the Acharyas. They start with always a kind of tune which makes us feel the separation from the Lord. And at the end of the Kirtan, we are always joyful and dancing. So definitely, Prabhu, mood of separation is actually to intensify your sambhoga. Sambhoga means you're meeting with the Lord. But definitely, I would not say that the separation is good. Well, separation is good, but I would not say the separation is pleasurable. Like, most of the time what happens when we are not with the person, suppose if you and I are away,
Hello? Your no voice. Hello? Haribol?
huh? For example, in Prem Sarovar, when Radharani was sitting on the lap of Krishna, can you hear? Tiwari will receive her. Hello? Hello?
Now. Now. यहाँ अब सुन रहा है पहले नहीं आ रहा था बस
ओहो क्योंकि वो मैंने म्यूट कर दिया था शायद ठीक है अगेन like most of the time what happens when we are not with the person, suppose if you and I are away, I can still imagine you being there, going to your shop, being in your house, getting up, doing your puja. I'm just thinking about it, and my mind is in America right now, and seeing you doing all that. Huh? And you suppose I have to think about Lal Govind all day. I will be thinking about Lal Govind. Oh, suppose he's coming tomorrow. Oh, he must be doing this right now. He must be doing that right now. Then he's going to his shop. Then he's assigning his work, his appointments to somebody, and then he's going to pack his luggage, and then he's going to catch the flight. Then he will come all the way from US to Delhi. Then in Delhi he will see Tiwari. Tiwari will receive him, bring him back to Vrindavan. So my mind is engaged in you. But the real pleasure will come when you and I will be with each other, and then I'll hug you and say, "Bhai, welcome to Vrindavan. Would you like to have aloo paratha or my world-class chole bhature or chole kulche?" So the same way, when Priya Pritam, when the divine couple, they are separated from each other, they are thinking too much about each other. But when they are meeting, then the mind can go here and there. For example, in Prem Sarovar, when Radharani was sitting on the lap of Krishna with him, and the bumblebee came, and immediately Lita Sati chased the bumblebee away and said, Madhu has gone. Although Radharani was in the arms of Krishna, she heard that Madhu is gone. She thought Madhusudan has gone. And then she started crying. And seeing that intensity of that love, that Krishna thought that she will be still feeling separation from me. She's still scared of losing me. This kind of intensity only Radharani can have. So that time Krishna felt the separation of Radharani in him. And then he started crying as well, seeing the intensity of her love. So this is the beauty, bro. Separation is just to intensify your sambhog. But the real pleasure is always in sambhog. That's what I feel. I don't know what acharyas think. Definitely all the acharyas, they think the same way. Nobody would like to just die in separation from Krishna. Everybody would want to see Krishna, would want to be with Krishna, would like to serve Krishna, would like to serve Radharani. Isn't it? जय राधे श्याम। So, did you understand the way, the difference between separation and sambhog? So,
Yes, yes.
so when the gopis
एक
found,
बार समझा दो, एक बार जो बोला है।
sorry,
कह रहा हूँ जो एक बार थोड़ा सा उसमें बता दो, एक बार क्या बोला है। थोड़ा वॉइस बीच में ब्रेक हो रही थी ना।
एक ही बार ब्रेक हुई थी ना बीच में सर। चलो एनीवेज मैं बताता हूँ, मैंने
हाँ
ये बोला है विनीत जी, मैंने ये बोला है, उसने बोला, मुझसे क्वेश्चन पूछा कि संभोग ज्यादा जरूरी है, सेपरेशन में कैसे कोई व्यक्ति प्लेजर ले सकता है? क्योंकि देखो हम लोग जो है ना, जैसे यहाँ पे गोपियों सेपरेशन में है ना इस समय कृष्ण से, तो सेपरेशन विरह
हम्म
भाव आ गया।
हम्म
कहते हैं विरह जो होता है ना, वो हमारे संभोग को स्पेसिफाई करता है, यानी कि तू और मैं अगर नहीं मिले बहुत दिन तक, और हम लोग एक दूसरे को मिस कर रहे हैं, बचपन की बातें याद कर रहे हैं, हम लोग बहुत मिस कर रहे हैं एक दूसरे को, बट जब हम लोग मिलेंगे, जितना ना हमने मिस किया होगा उतनी ज्यादा मीटिंग हमारी इंटेंस होगी। समझ रहे हैं?
हम्म हम्म
तो समझ रहे हैं क्या कह रहा हूँ मैं? जब मैं
हम्म
वृंदावन शिफ्ट हो गया था, तो वृंदावन शिफ्ट होने के बाद कम से कम 1.5 साल, पौने 2 साल तक मैंने सोनू भैया को नहीं देखा दादा को,
हम्म
सो स्वाति की शादी में जैसे ही दादा और मैं मिले, गले मिले, तो ताई जी कहती ऐसा लग रहा है कि भरत मिलाप हो रहा है आज, यू नो एज इफ लाइक वी आर मीटिंग आफ्टर लॉन्ग टाइम। ये हम अपने जीवन में भी देखते हैं कि व्हेन वी आर इन लव विद समबडी एंड वी आर मिसिंग दैट पर्सन फॉर सो मच, वी आर मीटिंग दैट पर्सन सो मच, एंड वी गेट टू मीट द पर्सन, इट बिकम्स सो जॉयफुल। तो जो सेपरेशन है ना, भगवान इसलिए हमारी लाइफ में क्रिएट करते हैं, ताकि भगवान से मिलने का जो सौभाग्य है ना, वो बहुत ज्यादा प्लेजरेबल हो। समझ रहे हैं? अब कई
हम्म
लोगों का क्या है, वो एक ही भाव में स्थित रहते हैं, चाहे वो निकुंज का भाव हो या निवृत्त निकुंज का भाव हो, है ना, तो उनके जीवन में कुछ आनंद नहीं है। समझ रहे हैं? स्वार्थी
हम्म
भाव में कोई आनंद नहीं है। आनंद इसी चीज में है जब आपका पहले भगवान से सेपरेशन है, फिर भगवान से मिलन है, फिर सेपरेशन है, फिर मिलन है। Anyways, we'll start with the Gopi Gita. So you understand Gopi Gita actually is a Geet sang by gopis in separation from Krishna. ठीक है, तो अब वो जो सेपरेशन है, तो क्या बता रहे हैं? अरे यार पेड़ो, तुमने देखा कृष्ण को कहीं पे? अरे लताओं पताओ, तुमने कहीं देखा? अरे हमें पता है, तुम तो सारे के सारे मेल हो। मेल हो तो तुम कौन हो? कृष्ण के सखा हो। तुम लोग कृष्ण के सखा हो, तो तुम डेफिनेटली हमको नहीं बताओगे कृष्ण कहाँ गए हैं, यू नो तो ये सेपरेशन है। अब उस सेपरेशन के अंदर जब राधा रानी ने देखा, तो उन्होंने मान तो कर लिया, और सारी की सारी गोपियां जो थी उनके साथ कृष्ण को नाचते देख लिया, और गुस्सा भी आ गया, मान करके आ गई। लेकिन उनका मान किसी और कारण से था। वो क्या कारण था वो तुमको भी समझ में आएगा आगे चल के पढ़ के। लेकिन राधा रानी ने देखा कि अरे यार, और सब गोपियों को भी तो एंजॉय करना है कृष्ण के साथ, अगर कृष्ण मेरे साथ ही रहेंगे तो इनका जो भाव होगा मेरे प्रति, वो बहुत ही ज्यादा अलग हो जाएगा। तो जो इनका भाव होगा मेरे प्रति वो इतना अलग होगा कि दिस इज नॉट गुड। तो राधा रानी युद्धेश्वरी ना, the real leader is the one who actually likes to take everybody along and everybody together. So Radharani, although she is the most beloved to Krishna, she would never like to enjoy Krishna alone. She would always want Krishna to be there with all the gopis. That's what the beauty of Krishna consciousness is. Krishna is never alone. And he is never alone in any of the Leela. चाहे वो गोचारण लीला हो, चाहे वो रास लीला हो, चाहे वो राधा, चाहे वो गिरिराज लिफ्टिंग की लीला हो, चाहे वो किसी जानवर को मार रहे हो या किसी राक्षस को मार रहे हो, मतलब आगासुर को मार रहे हो या किसी रेणुकासुर को, किसी को भी मार रहे हो, whosoever is killing, he is not alone. So Radha Rani, you see, already Krishna understood that all the gopis are thinking that Krishna is only dancing with us. Okay, dancing with me, dancing with me, dancing with me, dancing with me. So he understood that. But what he did? He just wanted to establish the pradhanta of Radharani. That no matter how many penances you have done in your life, no matter how much austerities you've done in your life, how much kripa you've attained from the Vaishnavas, whatever you have done with your this mind, body, intelligence, and with your five indriyas, or whatever you've done, you cannot attain me with that. And the Radharani is superior to all. जैसे बताया नित्य सिद्ध गोपी, कृपा सिद्ध गोपी, ठीक है, साधना सिद्ध गोपी. अब उसमें भी कैटेगरीज कौन सी थी? हाँ, जो मैंने बताया कल क्या था? श्रुतिचारी गोपी, उपनिषदचारी गोपी. फिर उसमें से गोपियां कौन थी? जो भगवान जो 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 जिन्होंने भगवान राम को जनकपुरी में देखा था. किनके साथ? सीता मैया के साथ. तो दे वांटेड टू बी विद कृष्ण. रामचंद्र नो, हम मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम. दंड कार्य के कारण्य फॉरेस्ट के सारे साधु महात्मा. And then, apart from that, who was there? Apart from that, who was there? The gopis, the daughters of all the demigods. So when the gopis, तो जब इतने सारी गोपियों के अंदर भी अलग कैटेगरी थी, सुपक्ष, विपक्ष, सुर्द और तटस्था. अब उसमें जब राधा रानी गायब हुई तो विपक्षी गोपियां, सुर्द गोपियां और जितनी भी अलग अलग सब डिविजन वाली गोपियां सब ढूंढ रही है, लेकिन उनके चरणों को कौन पहचान पाई? केवल और केवल स्वपक्षी गोपियां. और स्वपक्ष मतलब राधा रानी के साथ जो है ललिता, विशाखा, चंपक लता, तुंग विद्या, रंग देवी, सुदेवी, इंदु लेखा, like that, only they couldn't recognize. तो अब हम आगे पढ़ रहे हैं. When the gopis found Srimati Radhika in this condition, तो जब वो वापस आई तो they saw कि Krishna disappeared, leaving Radha Rani, because Krishna did not want anybody to have enmity towards Radha Rani. He never wanted anybody to think that, oh, because of Radha, I left everybody. Although it is true. They already understood that the Pradhan Gopi is Radha. But I want to establish a Pradhanta by showing all the gopis that you may feel some sort of separation from me. But even your separation doesn't stand in front of the separation she feels from me. When the gopis found Srimati Radhika in this condition, they sprinkled some water on her lotus face. When she came to external consciousness, they asked her, what has upset you? Why are you so overwhelmed and weeping? As I was wandering throughout the forest with Krishna, Radhika replied, I told him that I was no longer able to walk. Why had she said that to Krishna? It was not due to the Subhagyaman. It was not Radharani's man. Subhagyaman क्या होता है? तो गोपी सोचती है कि कृष्ण सब मेरे हैं. The pride in her incomparable good fortune. No. Rather, her deep contemplation was as follows. My Sakhis have left everything for me. They have no purpose other than to serve me. Yet I am here enjoying Krishna's company alone. See the way I said. This is not at all fair. If I arrange for all of them to come and join us, we can all enjoy Rasa together. I should not be with Krishna alone. In the meantime, the other gopis had been gradually coming near and near. Krishna told her quickly, come with me, but I cannot see you. Radhika's condition at this time is called Prema Vichitya. Krishna was actually sitting with her and worshipping her, yet she felt an intense mood of separation from him. She was unable to perceive that he was sitting right beside her. As the gopis came closer, Krishna thought, If they see us alone together, they will become envious of Radhika, and everything will be spoiled. There will be no Rasa Leela. I cannot let this happen. At that very moment, Krishna disappeared from the place and hid himself in a kunja, somewhere in the darkness. Radhika fell to the ground in distress, and it was then that the gopis found her. What happened to you? They now ask. Somewhat hiding her real bhav of selflessly wanting them to also dance with Krishna in Rasa dance, she simply told them, I became maddened with the pride of my good fortune, just as you did. Now he has left me as well. ये राधा रानी की सिर्फ ह्यूमिलिटी है because Radha Rani is never proud or she's never proud of anything. ठीक है, राधा रानी के जो 25 नाम है उनमें एक नाम ये भी है कि राधा रानी इज विदाउट प्राइड. वो वैसे मान तो करती है किसी के साथ, मान अलग चीज होता है और प्राइड अलग होता है, Somewhat hiding a real vow, selflessly wanting them to also dance with Krishna in Ras Leela, she simply told them, I became maddened with the pride of my good fortune, just as you did. Now he has left me as well. Then, as one collective party, the gopis began to search for Krishna. Finally, decided that the only way he could be found would be through Sankirtan, chanting his glories in a mood of deep separation. And from him, thus they returned to the bank of Yamuna and began to sing Jayati Te Dikam, the first verse of Gopi Gita. ठीक है, Jayati Te Dikam. Okay, लिखा हुआ है. Most beloved Krishna, your birth in this land of Raja has made it exceedingly more glorious than Swarga, heaven, or Brahmaloka, the topmost heavenly realm in this universe. What to speak of the heavenly planets, Vraj has become even more glorious than the spiritual realm of Vaikuntha. Gopiya Uchu Jayati Te Dhikam Janmana Vraja Shayat Indira Shashwadatrahi Daitya Drishyata Dikshutavaka As Tvaidritasavas Tvam Vichinvate. The Gopi said, Oh, most beloved, because of your birth in this land of Braj, the entire area has become more glorious than Vaikuntha and other planets. It is for this reason that Lakshmi, the goddess of beauty and wealth, eternally decorates it with her presence. Oh, beloved, in this blissful land of Braj, it is only we gopis who are not happy. We maintain our lives solely for your sake, being extremely anguished in separation from you, and are wandering from the forest to forest in search of you. Therefore, please appear before us now. Bhava Prakashit Vriti. ठीक है? So this is by the commentary that illuminates the mood. The Bhava Prakashit Vriti is written by Shri Gurudev. Srila Vishnu Chandra Thakur Pal began the commentary on Gopi Gita by offering prayers unto the lotus feet of Srila Sanatana Goswami, Srila Goswami, Srila Swami, and all the self-realized acharyas in our disciplic succession, from whom he has perceived the transcendental mood. He also prays to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Sri Krishna himself, covered by the mood and luster of Srimati Radhika. Sri Lal Chakravarti Thakur states that one cannot know the confidential sentiments of gopis without receiving the mercy of the gopis. He therefore prays to Srila Rupa Goswami, Jiva Goswami, Krishnas Kaviraj Goswami, Narottam Das Thakur, and all the other acharyas, first in their form as sadhaka, practitioner of bhakti, and then in the siddha form, their perspective form as gopis. In Madhurya Kadamini and Rag Vartma Chandrika, he has explained that we should gradually approach a level of bhakti whereby we may practice bhakti in both our साधक रूप और सिद्ध रूप. समझ रहे हो ये बात? बहुत ध्यान से सुनो. He prays for the remnants of the acharyas. ये साधक रागानुगा भक्ति में क्या होता है? हाँ, on the path of raganuga bhakti, the sadhak being enchanted by intense loving sentiment for Krishna in the mood of any of Krishna's beloved associate of Vraj, serve him. कैसे? In two ways. In the sadhak rupa, in the present physical body, he follows the sadhak executed by the Raganuga Bhakti, our Goswamis and Gaudiya Acharyas. Yeah, he follows the sadhan executed by the Raganuga Bhaktas, our Goswamis and Gaudiya Vaishnavas. In the Siddha Rupa, he internally perfected spiritual body suitable for directly carrying out one's long for service to Sri Krishna. He emulates the mood of Krishna's dearmost Ragatmika associate, like Lalita, Vishakha, Rupa Manjari, Rati Manjari, and so on. Following his auspicious invocation, Srila Vishnu Chandra Thakur begins his explanation of Gopi Gita. The autumn Ras Leela called Sharadiya Ras is described in Srimad Bhagavatam. It transpired in Vrindavan's Vamshivat, a vast forest where millions of gopis gathered to dance with Krishna. At that time, Vamshivat looking completely different from the way it does now for the branch of the massive banyan tree, under which Shri Krishna played his flute. Vamshi spanned a vast area. Actually, मेरे को लगता है कि we should read it from here tomorrow. We should read from here tomorrow. That would be better. Together, 2 days we've spent nicely to understand the significance of Gopi Gita, and then we've also. Do you have any comment or something about today's class?
No, no, Prabhuji. No.
No. No.
My explanation given to Lal Govind was okay?
Yes, yes, that was very beautiful explanation.
He asked, do you have anything to say?
No, Prabhuji.
कुछ समझ में आ रहा है या ऊपर से नहीं निकल रहा?
नहीं नहीं
नहीं है, काफी इम्पोर्टेंट है.
हाँ,
बहुत कुछ चीजें पता चल रहा है.
रिफ्रेश करना पड़ेगा.
मूड जो होना चाहिए तो साधक साधन सिद्ध के रूप में भी होता है, साधना और सिद्ध रूप दोनों में भक्ति हमें प्रैक्टिस करनी चाहिए. जैसे आपने लास्ट में बताया, हम पढ़ रहे थे गोपी गीत में, तो एक तो मूड ऑफ सेपरेशन है, तो आपने जैसे बताया, और मूड ऑफ संभोग है. तो दोनों में इंटेंसिटी ये होता है कि कृष्ण को पाने का वो लालसा रहता है. मतलब भोगने का इच्छा नहीं, पाने का इच्छा होता है, तो धीरे धीरे वो एंजॉयमेंट की ओर लेके जाता है. तो ये काफी इंपॉर्टेंट एक्सप्लेनेशन दिया आपने, उसमें काफी डिटेल एक्सप्लेनेशन हो रहा है. मतलब कई सारे मतलब भक्ति के रस भी तत्व को बहुत चीजें में जैसे आप पढ़ते जा रहे हैं तो मेरे को पता चल रहा है वो क्या से क्या होना चाहिए, है ना. तो भक्ति में जैसे कृष्ण एकदम से चले गए तो अदर गोपीज के लिए प्रॉब्लम ना क्रिएट हो जाए, तो कृष्ण भी छुप गए जाके, नहीं तो राधा के साथ वो कर सकते थे रासलीला. लेकिन अदर दूसरे गोपियों को जो है उनका मान होता, फिर दिक्कत हो जाती, राइवलरी होता, इसके चलते भगवान ने भी अपने आप को छुपा लिया. ये काफी इम्पोर्टेंट है मतलब भक्ति में, भगवान जो कैसे सबका रक्षा करते हैं सब कुछ, तो ये काफी इम्पोर्टेंट था उसमें. मतलब बहुत कुछ चीजें तत्व पता चल रही है. ये बोलने का मतलब ये है. सो वी विल रीड टुगेदर अगेन. लेकिन वो है ना कि अभी जैसे 3 डिवोटीज अभी हम लोग हैं, तो फिर नए डिवोटीज आते हैं तो आप आगे चल जाओगे तो उनको फिर दिक्कत होगा, फिर बोलेगा आप पीछे से करो, फिर अगेन यू हैव टू गो बैक.
पीछे कुछ भी नहीं होगा भाई. they can listen to the classes, no problem. ठीक है ना?
अच्छा
हाँ. Anyways, let me just turn off the video. Anyways, this is just the end of the class. वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यो च